13-yard line. They stay double tight end here. Motion behind Hurts. And off behind right tackle. 10-5 touchdown.
It's been an exciting ride up to this date, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with it.
Taylor Swift's love story with Travis Kelce just keeps delivering plot twists like a binge-worthy rom-com. First up, she pulled off a stealthy Arrowhead entrance, sneaking behind a moving barrier like it was Mission Impossible. Then, their engagement got the Hollywood spoof treatment with a cheeky parody called My Big Fat Chief's Wedding. And while the jokes flew, Travis got real, admitting he was completely rattled when he popped the question. Next, he turned heads with a bold short suit that had fans debating whether it was runway-ready or recess core. Meanwhile, Swifties roasted Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson with brutal signs about Taylor's ring count. And finally, Miley Cyrus popped in, calling Taylor and Travis the cutest couple, sealing the fairy tale vibes. Arrowhead Stadium packed with Chiefs fans, the energy buzzing like a soda that's been shaken too hard. And who's quietly slipping in behind a giant screen? Yep, none other than Taylor Swift. Forget the VIP red carpet entrance, this was more like Mission Impossible Pop Star Edition. She had her mom Andrea right by her side, and insiders say the two were heading straight for the suite to chill with Kelce's crew like it's just another Sunday hangout. Except, with 70,000 people screaming around them.
13-yard line. They stay double tight end here. Motion behind Hurts. And off behind right tackle. 10-5 touchdown. Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley. Big hole this time. And a 13-yard run. A missed field goal by Kansas City for 58 yards out.
Now let's rewind just a bit. Last week, Swift skipped a Chiefs game against the Chargers because she was supposed to be in Brazil. But tonight, she's back in KC, locked in for the Eagles versus Chiefs. Fans are already on high alert to see what she's rocking because, let's be honest, at this point, Taylor's game day fits are basically as anticipated as Travis's touchdowns. And considering this is her first Chiefs game since putting that rock on her finger, the stakes are extra high. And in between the touchdown passes and Grammy speeches, these two somehow had a super chill offseason. No wild Hollywood escapades, no messy drama, just baking sourdough bread, spending time with their families, and apparently Taylor whipping up a whole new album. Because of course she did. Who casually makes bread and a record-breaking album in the same month? Taylor, that's who. Arrowhead's real-life rom-com energy rolled straight into comedy sketch territory when Fox NFL Sunday decided to go full Hollywood with a parody called My Big Fat Chief's Wedding. Imagine, Taylor and Travis's engagement story turned into a spoof so cheeky it could rival Saturday Night Live. Instead of slow-motion kisses in rose gardens, we got a booming narrator hyping up the love story between the world's biggest pop star and a dude who could basically dunk on your dad. Honestly, the tagline alone deserves an award. And who plays Travis? Not another NFL guy, nope, Murray Bauman from Stranger Things. Because nothing says tight end in love like a slightly paranoid, mustachioed investigator from Hawkins. He delivered lines about falling in love being the easy part, but bracing for the nightmare of meeting Kelce's football family. Cue the fake teammates grilling him with questions like, "Bro, is she just here for your money?" and "Wait, isn't she from Philly?" Which of course sets off groans louder than a ref's bad call when they realize that's Eagles territory. The skit leaned all the way into the rivalry history too, reminding everyone that while the Chiefs bagged the Eagles in the Super Bowl, Philly came back swinging in 2025 and ruined Kansas City's dream of a three-peat. That Super Bowl score still stings like stepping on a Lego barefoot. To keep the roast rolling, actors filled in as Taylor, Patrick Mahomes, and even Andy Reid. Picture Reid in parody land. Barbecue sauce jokes practically write themselves. Meanwhile, Taylor's stand-in had to juggle pop stardom, future in-laws, and being low-key accused of football treason for having Philly roots. The whole thing felt like someone mashed up Meet the Parents with an NFL highlight reel. Turns out the spoof wasn't the only drama, because when the spotlight shifts back to real life, Travis Kelce admits that even the NFL's toughest tight end can get absolutely wrecked by nerves when it comes to popping the big question. Picture it. The guy who trucks linebackers for fun suddenly morphing into a sweaty-palmed rom-com lead the second he reaches for that ring box. He confessed he was rattled, which is basically athlete code for "I almost fumbled the proposal."
She can tell that story.
His palms were stickier than a Gatorade spill on the sidelines, and yes, there were tears, because apparently even 6'5" dudes cry when they're about to lock down the world's biggest pop star.
The palms were definitely sweating.
Really?
I'm an emotional guy, so there were a few tears here and there, but it's been an exciting.
And when he did finally get the words out, it wasn't just about the "will you marry me" moment. Travis has been on cloud nine ever since, gushing that Taylor's energy straight up rebooted his whole system. According to him, she turned him into a better man, gave him joy, confidence, and probably the courage to rock those wild game day outfits. This is the same dude who admits he still gets giddy, introducing her as "my fiancé." Imagine Travis in the locker room, cheesing like a middle schooler showing off his first girlfriend. Adorable. Of course, the proposal wasn't just nerves, it was a whole cinematic setup. The garden, the roses, the Instagram drop with that cheeky English teacher marries gym teacher caption. Fans lost their minds, and Travis admitted he loved telling the world who he's spending forever with. On his podcast, he said the outpouring of love has been insane, and honestly, he sounds like a kid who just won the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's factory. But what makes this love story even juicier is how it started. Long before Taylor ever screamed, "Let's effing go" from his suite, Travis was manifesting like a pro. The bracelet stunt? Legendary. He basically soft-launched himself into her orbit with one friendship bracelet and a podcast shout-out. Taylor later spilled she found it hilarious, and just like that, America's tight end went from shooting a shot to scoring the ultimate touchdown. And speaking of touchdowns, Travis went ahead and scored one in the fashion department, or at least he tried to. The man rolled up to Arrowhead looking less like an NFL tight end and more like the head boy at some ultra-posh prep school who just got detention for sneaking a flask into chemistry class. Shorts, suit, tie, shades, the whole 9 yards. He basically turned his tunnel walk into a Paris runway audition. Fans couldn't decide whether to salute him for the drip or roast him for giving off Little Lord Fauntleroy meets AC/DC's Angus Young energy. The shorts themselves were the star of the show, and let's be honest, the dude clearly loved showing leg. Some reminded everyone he even popped the question in shorts, which makes sense. Why hide those calves when you've clearly been doing squats since the Bush administration? One fan gushed that he looked fit, another dubbed him Taylor's fiancé, like it's now his official NFL position, and the compliments didn't stop there. Others were claiming he could wear a trash bag and still make it work because, well, those legs. Of course, not all reviews were 5 stars. Some folks said the look was giving Prince George, others swore it screamed Princess Diaries, and one brave soul couldn't shake the image of a Victorian children's book character. But whether it was Anne Hathaway vibes or rock star cosplay, the consensus was clear. Travis showed up, he knew people would talk, and he was here for it. Adding a sentimental twist, he stitched his jersey number 87 onto the sleeve of his shirt, a move straight out of Taylor Swift's playbook. She's been sneaking his number into jewelry and outfits for months, so naturally he had to return the favor. Except this time, instead of subtle jewelry, it was embroidered right where everyone could see it. And while Travis was flexing quads in the Tom Brown short suit, Swifties in the stands were flexing something else entirely, their sense of humor. A crew of diehard fans showed up dressed as Andy Reid, yes, full mustaches and headset cosplay, and held up a sign that roasted NFL quarterbacks so hard it could have been written by a late-night comic. The message? Taylor has more rings than Josh, Lamar, and Burrow combined. Brutal. Forget game day smack talk, this was pure pop star power trolling, and the internet ate it up like free nachos. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, great QBs no doubt, but the scoreboard of jewelry? Yeah, Taylor's leading that stat line like she's in her own MVP race. Fans couldn't resist the reminder that while those guys are still chasing their first Super Bowl, Taylor's rocking enough sparkle to make Tiffany's jealous. It's the kind of shade you can only pull off when your fave just got engaged to an NFL star, and clearly Swifties are playing offense now. And while the trolling signs lit up Arrowhead, the woman at the center of all this buzz was keeping things low profile. At halftime, no Taylor sightings yet, no slow-mo walk-ins, no crowd cam sparkle, nothing, which only made the sign burn hotter because the joke landed whether she was in the stands or hiding out in the suite. Fans were half waiting for her to flash that massive rock just to add exclamation points to the shade. But turns out, the rock was already getting love from someone who knows a thing or two about flashy bling, Miley Cyrus. Yep, Miley's sliding into this rom-com storyline with her own stamp of approval. Insiders say she shot Taylor and Travis a big old congrats, and she wasn't shy about gushing that these two are basically couple goals. Coming from Miley, That's like winning the Grammy for Cutest Lovebirds Alive. She's been vibing with their whole fairy tale backyard proposal too. Flowers, diamond ring, all the Pinterest core energy. Miley couldn't help but point out that anyone within 5 feet of them can feel the lovey-dovey vibes bouncing around like confetti at a New Year's party. Translation: Travis and Taylor aren't just playing it up for Instagram, they're genuinely that annoyingly adorable in person. And let's not forget, those two go way back. Miley and Taylor were practically running the Disney Channel to pop star pipeline before it was cool. Flashback to Hannah Montana the movie, when Taylor popped up, strummed her guitar and casually dropped Crazier into the soundtrack. Miley had her own banger on there too, so technically, these two soundtracked half of Gen Z's middle school heartbreaks. Then there was that Grammys throwback in 2009, two country girls with guitars, singing 15 like they were just chilling at a slumber party, except, with millions of people watching. Fast forward to 2024 and boom, full circle moment. Taylor's in the crowd at the Grammys clapping like a proud stage mom, while Miley belts out flowers and snags a trophy. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.